Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I actually wanted to talk about Jurassic World 3. As of right now, we only have about 2.5 years left to wait until the 6th film in the Jurassic Park franchise comes out in theaters, and even less time for an official trailer to drop. If you're asking me personally, one of the things that I think we're going to get some information on early in marketing will more than likely be for the Mosasaurus, the giant aquatic reptile that has become iconic to the last couple of JP movies. Now, the main reason I say this is because of what took place at both the beginning and end of Fallen Kingdom. Going back to the last film, we only got to see this animal a total of 2 times. First when it's let out during the mercenaries' raid on Isla Nublar, and once again when it's seen hunting surfers in the waters around the coast. Apart from that, the Mosasaurus really wasn't in Fallen Kingdom that much at all. In fact, you could say that its only role in the film was to be released into the wild, where it swam off to avoid conflict with the main narrative. And it's because of that exact occurrence that I think the creature will actually show up much more in the final film in the series. When we initially got information surrounding the Mosasaur, we were told that it had broken free from its enclosure and was out in the open waters of the planet outside of the confines of its lagoon. And in Fallen Kingdom, we actually saw how that happened when the retrieval of the Indominus rib bone took place. If they didn't want to use the Mosasaurus anymore in any future installments in the series, it would be pretty easy for them to just leave it behind on the island when the volcano went off, and never give any explanation as to how it got away. But, seeing as how, factually speaking, that isn't exactly what happened, I have a good feeling that its exodus from Nublar is due to the filmmakers wanting to use it for the next movie that comes out in just a couple of years' time. In fact, if we go back through some of the scrapped ideas that Bayona and Trevorrow had for Fallen Kingdom, we can see that early on, an entire scene depicting the Mosasaurus attacking a whaling vessel was depicted in concept art and pre-production. The massive sea reptile would have hunted down the mammals that had unfortunately happened to cross its path. And this elaborate action set piece was in development for the film's initial opening. Make no mistake, just because none of this happened doesn't mean that they've abandoned all ideas for the Mosasaur going forward. If anything, I think these old ideas for Fallen Kingdom just further solidify the possibility that the creature will make a prominent return in Jurassic World 3. They really didn't have to show us that it got out. If they wanted to move on and focus on something else, then leaving it behind to boil in the lagoon would have been less work for everyone involved. So yeah, I'm pretty much sold on the idea that it's coming back in a big way for the next movie. The only way I see this not taking place is if they pull something really foolish like what happened in Pirates of the Caribbean 3. For those of you who don't know, they actually killed off that franchise's huge water beast, the Kraken, early on in the film off-screen. And as many Mosasaur fans that there are out there, I'm pretty sure that would piss off a lot of them. Hell, I honestly think that if they did that, it would be one of the worst business moves they could possibly make, but then again, I've seen worse. As far as I'm concerned, that Mosasaurus has got to be featured in the next movie no matter what. Letting it out into the open ocean was done for a reason, and since it got away from the island, I'm expecting something exciting from it in the newest entry in the series. The big question is, how much of the Mosasaur will we get to see in the final Jurassic film? If I had to put money on it, I'd say that we're probably going to get around 3 key scenes. It only got 2 in Fallen Kingdom, sure, but in Jurassic World, we saw it first at the feeding show, then once again during the chaotic Main Street scene, and finally when it rose out of the waters to kill the Indominus. So just going off of what they did in the 4th movie alone, I'm going to guess that they'll want to pepper it throughout JP6 in a similar fashion. But anyways, what do all of you guys think? How much of the Mosasaurus do you think they'll use in the next movie in the series? Do you think it will be a major threat in the final film, or do you think it may be just a footnote in the adventure's overall runtime? Whatever your thoughts and opinions may be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it really means the world to me that you all continue to support what I do, and I seriously am extremely thankful for everything that you guys do to help. Honestly, it means the world. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.